But there was some drama on Friday night on SmackDown between the two women's champions.
And as any good drama, it involves authority figures leading somebody out of a building, which I love. It's like,
yeah, but it was like legit security. It wasn't
like the indie guys dressed up like security.
It was not the indie guys dressed up as security. It was like actual shoot security.
Oh my God, man. See, and of course me being skeptical of anything that
you think
happens.
Everything's a work. Yes.
Everything's a work. But then this one just like, maybe. Because it sounds like everybody's sick of Charlotte's shit. It does sound
pretty
like
much.
Everybody. But, it takes two to tango.
Uh-huh.
Becky's got to be, involved in this somehow. There's something that she might have done. Or I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I feel like it probably is not just all on one person. I know the reports kind of are saying that Charlotte is not very well liked right now, that there's a lot of heat on her. I never know how much to believe of backstage reports. I mean, there's some stuff that I've heard kind of like off the record that you can't really like divulge or whatever. But it seems like both of them were just real pissed at each other, and it did not go well. And I guess Becky wanted her Becky Two Belts moment, is what it kind of sounded like, right? Because that was the plan, was that Charlotte was going to like hand it to her.
Oh my God.
She was going to be like, I'm Becky Two Belts, which I'm like, do we need it?
No.
Do we need it? Like, it's not your belt, is kind of how I feel about the Becky part of the situation. Just because I'm like, but you're not Becky Two Belts. Like, you don't have two belts.
That was great. Just when I don't think there's going to be a bigger train wreck featuring Charlotte Flair, this happens. No, because it really sounds like she just wants to be with her boyfriend in a different federation.
I mean,
really
I wouldn't be
like
surprised. There's like conflicting reports about like, has she wanted her release? Does she not want her release? But yeah, Gary Monroe agrees with you. Says feels, Charlotte's trying to get out of the contract so she can go elsewhere.
Like the guy at the office, like just like messing up faxes, quote unquote.
Yeah, just kind of like, oh my gosh, all of these
please just fire me.
Mistakes that are happening.
Fire me. I forgot to put a cover on the TPS report. Just fire me.
Maybe Charlotte is Office Space. Maybe that's what's going on right now.
Begging to be canned, man.
But I mean, whatever's going on, I don't know if something's just going on with her personally, or if she, I kind of had a thought this week that I'm wondering if we'll be talking about this in like 10, 20 years, the way we talk about like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels.
Oh my God.
Or like Shawn Michaels'
totally
behavior backstage and whatnot.
No, because I want to hear about her.
Oh my gosh, Stu Sayer, like, did you type that after I said it? Or
he's a psychic.
we're like on the same wavelength here, because I was thinking the same thing. And I mean, it's not like an original thought necessarily, but
it's just
it occurred to me the other day, and I was just kind of, well, see, you got there before I did. I just didn't see the chat. But we are definitely on the same wavelength. And I feel like this is going to be one of those moments that's talked about, right? Like,
see, you're a better person than me, because I would totally not acknowledge that. And I just said, it's my original idea. That's what I would say.
Oh, we missed the hype train. We just missed it.
Gosh.
We got so close. But thank you to everybody who subscribed and supported.
Again.
Remember, you can subscribe for free with Prime. If you have Amazon Prime and don't have a subscription to anything, you could subscribe to us. And if you subscribe during this show, it does help Jen and me directly, and Carlos.
A little bit. I get a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. But I was going to ask you, so how long do you think this is going to last? Is it, do we know how long her contract is or what's
Charlotte's? I have no idea how long Charlotte's contract
or
is.
they're just going to get sick of it and just hit the road, which I doubt. They'll put it on the shelf for 2 years.
Well, they're not going to want her to go to AEW
exactly.
if they can help it. They're going to be like, they don't want that. I mean, she's a big star. She would definitely like move the needle there in AEW and whatnot. So it's, thank you for cheering, not William Davis, in honor of a certain debut tomorrow. Okay, if you're talking about Lucha Mundo, I'm going to get there because I am really, really excited about it.
We're ramping up to that.
Who else said that they watched some Lucha Mundo?
Let's see.
Because I remember seeing David Ferguson watched some Lucha Mundo yesterday.
Hope you enjoyed it.
We will get there, but let's just on the Charlotte and Becky train. I agree. It's just it seems like both of them might have an ego issue going on.
I think Charlotte's just way bigger, man.
Charlotte seems bigger. I mean, people backstage apparently were like praising Becky for standing up to her, which. I mean, you know how I feel about like the inner politics of wrestling, on any level.
Not to go too far into sports ball category, but and sometimes in professional football, the guy that starts the fight isn't the one that gets the penalty. It's the second guy that shoves it, and it really seems like that. So anybody, if you've seen any kind of professional sports, it's not the initiator. It's the guy that retaliated that gets the red flag or red card. I was going to say red flag. He gets the yellow flag, red card, whatever.
I thought there were flags.
In football, American football there is, and in football, or soccer, there are red cards and yellow cards and everything.
Oh,
so
okay.
Just a quick little deal.
I don't know. Sports ball. He knows a lot more about that than I do.
Just a wee bit.
But no, the whole thing just seems really unnecessary, especially because what could have prevented this, because like the other rumors that are going around, right? Like talk about this idea is that Charlotte wanted to put Bianca over on Raw.
Oh,
so
wow.
You'd think that Charlotte, if her ego is so overinflated that she is just like wreaking havoc and running amok and all of the things, like it seems like she just didn't want to do the stupid belt swap, which everyone knows is stupid to begin with.
So it's anybody except for Becky Lynch she could have been cool with, or just the actual idea?
No, I think it's the idea of the belt swap itself.
But they've done this gimmick with the guys and stuff where they actually
it
hand
was
each
stupid
other.
then too.
Yeah, but it's just like one of those things. Hey, you guys are champions, because the way they have it figured out, they're equal championships, right?
They're supposed to
on the
be.
red and the blue brand, whatever. So,
but it's a lineage thing, and it just makes the belts feel like such props. And I don't know how you feel about this. I mean, like obviously, like we've had discussions about more local level belt things recently, but it just kind of, when they swap the belts, it just makes them feel like they don't matter. Like it doesn't matter whether you're champion of Raw or whether you're champion of SmackDown. And I get that they're supposed to be equal, but it starts a new lineage. It starts a new title reign. It makes the whole thing just feel kind of cheap and stupid, like you're trading toys.
Definitely the asterisk is involved in this. This champion did not earn this belt. This other champion. No, I could totally see it, but within a story, a wrestling story, because you're looking at maybe the competitive part of it, but in a wrestling story, I see what they're getting at, and I give that much credit to them. Not much else, but that much else. That they have to propel a storyline. This is the way they have to do it. But as far as the competitive thing, if this is a combat sport, the worst way to win a championship.
The worst way. And I understand that Becky probably wasn't happy about the segment either, because I wouldn't be, right? Like, it would have made a lot... What are you doing?
No, go ahead. I'm just noticing something.
Okay. But... No, I mean, Charlotte doesn't want to do the whole, like, belt swap thing. Becky doesn't want to do the whole belt swap thing. I don't know where he's going. But it would have made a lot more sense for Becky to lose to Sasha in Saudi Arabia. It would have made a lot more sense for Charlotte to lose to Bianca on Raw. And then you have, like, new title reigns with worthy competitors. Like, you could have Sasha cheat to beat her. You could have her do whatever. Like, I think Bianca beating Charlotte would be great. I mean, like, last night, the Bianca-Charlotte segment, I thought was... Or the Bianca-Becky segment, rather, not Charlotte. I thought it was fire.
Promo just killed it.
I want Bianca to be champion again. I wanted Bianca to be champion the whole time. I'm mad at Becky, and now they have turned me into the whole, like, I just want Bianca to beat Becky so badly. Like, I want her to beat Becky more than I want her to beat Charlotte.
And, yeah, so do you think that's what they were going for when they did the hot shot with Becky winning the title so nasty like that?
I think they were just focused on Becky at that
really?
point.
Okay,
I don't
so
think they were focused on Bianca at all.
So what's long-term booking at the WWE now?
No, you're giving them way too much credit to have a plan for, like, the next show even.
No, because it does give them extra heat that, and you might have beat me here, but guess what? I brought more to the table than you ever did without this belt. So, and I loved it. I loved it because it just kind of hits to the core where you think where a promo is real, that this is real life instead of a wrestling show. Amazing.
Well, and that's why, I mean, Bianca talking to Becky, and like, I think Bianca stepped up her promo game significantly. And when she told Becky, you have the title, but you still want all the notoriety. You're still wanting to be Becky Two Belts. You can't always get what you want. No, it was Becky who was talking about how you can't always get what you want. It seemed like a pretty pointed comment after Friday too. But I thought Bianca stepping to Becky and saying, no, you just still want the adulation. I don't need the title. I'm still the EST of WWE. And she felt like it. She felt like a star. She's great. I love her. She's like peeping over my shoulder right here because I just always keep her on display because I love Bianca Belair so much and I want her to be champion so badly.
Just imagine her going,
She's like, I agree, I should be champion.
That's right.
Bianca just seems like a nice person too.
Like in real life with her and Montez and everything. Oh yeah, no.
Like I love their love.
Nothing horrible comes out about those two. Nothing ever.
No, I want to just protect them and protect my image of them because they're wonderful. No, like I love them so much.
It's very rare where you meet like regular nice people in professional wrestling. Believe me, I know. As a horrible wrestling person, I know.
As a horrible wrestling person yourself.
Exactly.
I mean, Rocky Kingston actually brought up a good point. Like, all this could be avoided if they just called the titles something else and not brand specific, right? Like, if you call them WWE and Universal or World or Make up another name. Like, it doesn't matter. But I like that idea. I like renaming the titles instead of having them Raw and SmackDown specific, because otherwise, if they keep doing the brand split the way they're doing, if they keep doing the draft the way they're doing, which is stupid right before Survivor Series, there's a whole another issue in conversation there. But if they keep doing what they're doing, then we're just going to have a belt swap every year, and everybody's going to complain about it because it's real stupid.